It feels great. Like you said, it feels like a long time coming. I felt like for, the first year and a half that I was out here, I had a chance to win, every third week it felt like. And they've been a bit more few and far between. But to have a chance like this today, I was not going to let it get away from me, and I'm thankful that I didn't. And going into the Truist this year, the first week of May, I think I was 83rd. So that was not a great spot to be. And, there's thoughts in the back of your mind like, what if I finished 104th? So, I kind of told myself that I can't let that happen, and I've played some different golf since then. So, yeah, to be back kind of where I feel like I should be, I've got a great opportunity to make it to Eastlake, and I think a great opportunity to make a Ryder Cup team. So those are the two things I want to do. Yeah, honestly, last night was no problem. It just like we were out here early. We had to play 3 holes and then come back and play a whole round of golf. And by the time I got home, it was dinner, bed. So I really had no issue. This morning I was a little bit more nervous than I expected, but kind of just did my usual stuff. And I was a little bit nervous starting out, and then by the time I made the second or third birdie, I was just ready to get it done. Yeah, I wasn't nervous at all. Those last bunch, I just kind of at that point had my foot off the gas, and frankly, I knew that I could make a couple bogeys, and it was just a matter of not hitting it anywhere that I could possibly make a double, which I didn't want to play that way, but at some point, I wanted to win by 12, and at some point there's something more important than that probably, and, with 4 holes to go and an 8-shot lead or whatever it was at the time, I was just trying to get it done. And, even though I had a couple putts for par, it was like the least stressful few holes probably of my career. Every time I've come off the green my entire career, I have shaken the hands of whoever I've played with, thanked the standard bearer and, our walking scorer, and then walked through the tunnel to scoring. And today there were about 150 people between me and that tunnel. So at that point I got confused, and I didn't know if I did that first or if I, spoke to somebody first. So yeah, that's the first time that I've really done anything any different after holing out on 18. So I would prefer that outcome more often. Yeah, it's great. He doesn't miss much. He's essential to me doing what I do. He does a lot of background stuff for me. He does. He sets up a lot of stuff for me. He kind of takes care of little things, and on top of that, coaches me. So he's a great resource to have on the road, both, as a friend and a coach and a father. He plays a lot of roles for me. So he just walked in the room. Nice to have him here, and glad he watched some better golf than I've played in a while. No, I think there's always some, but it's not in the sense of it's not like a burden that I hadn't won. It just is something that I haven't done and I'd like to. And at times it hurts to have played some really good golf and not had that happen. But in all those cases, there were really no times that I had it in my hands and lost. So it's different, I think, than having a burden. It wasn't really like that. It was more just, when is it going to be my time here? And because it just felt like a lot of those tournaments weren't. I think I answered a question. I think I answered basically that question at the PGA Championship in 2022. Somebody asked me something similar. When are you going to win something? And I said, well, I don't know. I played pretty well today. I'm sure one of these times I'll be right there and I'll shoot 31 on the back nine and win. And I went to the British Open and shot 31 on the back nine and lost by 1. So to someone that shot 30, it wasn't like I was coming way back or anything. Like I was right there and shot 5 under and lost. So, or got beat rather. So not a burden in the traditional sense. Today was a different situation than I've ever been in. And, it was our goal today to come out and see how many I could win by if I stuck to our plan. and about halfway through the round, my brain just said, "Let's make some pars." So I was trying to aim at stuff, and I honestly I think the mind is powerful, and it was just taking me, towards the middle of greens, and I would have liked to hit some better shots, but got it done, and happy to have done it. I started playing worse, and the good finishes were less frequent, and I became happier about those good finishes. I think I just was more thankful for those opportunities. And obviously, there's always some frustration when you don't win if you've felt like you had a chance. But I kind of took for granted there for a minute that I was just going to have a chance to win a lot, and that doesn't have to be the case all the time. So I think through that, I feel like I struggled through the last year and a half or so, up until the second half of this season. So I think it's just recognizing that at that point it just felt easy, and recognizing that it's not always easy, and I need to appreciate the opportunities I'm given. So in that vein, I'm thankful that I had the one I had today, and very, very thankful to have gotten it done.
And then how does it feel to be the 1,000th winner in PGA Tour history?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's the PGA Tour's got a great history. I mean, tremendous tradition, and I'm incredibly grateful to be a part of it. And for it to happen to be number 1,000 is pretty cool. So I'm gonna do my very best to keep it 1,000 next week.